This is all about density, volume, and mass, and why it matters for matter. Mass is how much matter is present based on the weight of the object, or the matter, which is gas, liquid, and solids. So we know that a mass of a solid is more than that of a liquid, and a liquid is more than that of a gas, which makes sense when you think about an ice cube being an ice cube weighing more than the water from the ice cube, which weighs more than that of the vapor that evaporated from that water. And density also matters in matter, and it is how much mass an object has compared to the space it takes up. So if an object is large and heavy, it is more dense than an object which is light and small, like gas, being less dense than, say, a brick. And then there's volume. The volume of an object is how much space the object takes up in cubic units. So the object is always three-dimensional when we're measuring it. So if you were going to measure a gas, you would have to trap it in a three-dimensional figure where then you would be able to take the volume of that object. But what does this all mean, and why do we care? Well, here's some examples of how to measure these three different aspects, and I hope by knowing how to measure them, you then know how they're used. So here we're going to find mass. There's three different kinds of scales: an electronic scale, which is the blue one in the right corner, and a balance scale, which is one to the left with the money and the letters, and then there's a beam scale, which is hiding down there. All three of these scales measure how much an object weighs, which is the mass of the object. And then there's ways to find density. We can stick an object in water, and if an object is more dense than another object, the water will rise higher for the first one over the second one. We can use our equation, which we'll be going over soon, or we can make comparisons in the density. Just as we did with the water, we can also do without using water, such as seeing, well, yeah, I'm pretty sure water is the best way, but comparing is ultimate. And then there's finding volume. You use the equation that I'll provide later, or you can multiply the length of an object times the width of an object times the height of an object. Or you can use these cute little cubes that my teacher has and fill up an object with them and count how many there are, and then you'll be able to determine the volume of that cube. Here are our equations for mass, density, and volume. They are all interrelated. Mass is density times volume. Density is mass divided by volume, so that's how much something weighs divided how big it is. And volume is mass divided by density. It's all relatively easy, and I hope you understand. And if you don't, just give me a holler and I'll let you know. Thank you.